Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Welcome to Flying Solo, the dating reality podcast. I'm your captain, Captain Aaron, and these are my co-hosts, all former contestants on ABC's The Bachelor.
Hello, I'm Lindsay, and I was on Ben Flajnik's season of The Bachelor, and he gave me the boot because he did not like my saucy, English, naughty personality.
Hi, I'm Anne, and I was on Jason Mesnick's season of The Bachelor, the very first single dad ABC ever had, and I got the boot pretty early on because I did not play well with the producers, so I was a producer's boot night one.
And I'm Jesse, winner of Bachelorette Season 4 and retired pro snowboarder. And guess what? I didn't get the boot. I freaking won. It's so good to be back in the cockpit. Let's get this shit started.
For all you new listeners out there, Flying Solo is a dating reality podcast where we get to know local singles and match them up all live on the podcast. Each episode, we feature a single, blindfold them, bring in 3 matches, ask a bunch of questions, interrogate them TSA style. Then we have the wing ceremony, where the featured single will decide which co-pilot they want to offer their wings to and take out on a date. As the lead single is blindfolded, they have to pick their co-pilot based solely on their personality. So, before we meet today's spontaneous single Phil, I want to answer a fan question. We received an email from Jeff in Prescott, who wants to know what the unpleasant surprise was about being on The Bachelor. So for me, this was easy. Number 1, how fake the producers were. During casting, they were your best friend. They loved you. You are going to be the last woman standing. You're the best. You get on the show and they treat you like crap if you're not pegged to be, one of the last ones standing. They ignore you. They manipulate you. They humiliate you. And they were just fake AF. So that was number 1. Number 2 for me was how crappy the mansion was. Is it me or was the mansion not so nice?
It's outdated. It's like super outdated.
That mansion's got a few miles on it.
Yeah, like the toilet roll holders were falling off. The floors were gross. I didn't want to take my shoes off.
The toilet paper rolls. Yeah, you kind of stole my first. Is that yours?
That's it. I'm done.
But you kind of took mine because a little bit of mine was they give you a producer based on like your personality and how far they think you're going to go. So they come to your hotel room ahead of time and they're like, "Hey, Anne, you're just so great. I'm sure you're going to obviously win this, as we all think you're going to." And so then they spend a lot of time with you in there. They're drinking with you, hanging out with you, playing cards with you. In mine, this was so horrible. Mine was how ruthless they are to get there. They make money. Jesse can talk about this. They can make money for how far they can get somebody on the show. So if a producer's given a cast member and that cast member makes it all the way to the end, they get bonus money.
Here's $5,000.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So they are really ruthless about 1, getting their money, but 2, getting the good shot. So in my season, there was a girl named Shannon, love you, Shannon, who is a dental hygienist. And she had these fake teeth she was going to come out of the limo with. And the producer's like, it's going to be so funny. And we're all sitting in the limo waiting. And the producer's in the limo with us before we get out. And she's like, I don't think I want to do it. Well, sister didn't want to be embarrassed in front of millions of people. And so we're sitting in the car and I said, Shannon, you don't have to do it. And he was like, put him in now. And basically she starts tearing up. She's getting really upset. And he's like, get out of the car now with him or we're going to have a problem. So she gets out of the car. She's a good sport, puts him on. But I was like, these dudes are ruthless about getting their funny moment on TV. So to me, that was part of it, how ruthless they were about that.
I guess mine was, I didn't realize they chose their final 4 on night 1.
Do the producers pick it or?
Spoiler alert.
The producers pick it or you're saying he picks it?
He or she picks their final 4 on night 1. So ladies
you were
and
picked
gentlemen,
on night 1.
If I put you, no, it was actually in reverse on my season. I was supposed to be 4th. Jason Mesnick was supposed to be 3rd, Jeremy 2nd, and Graham 1st. And it went in actual reverse because Graham had a girlfriend.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, surprise. Anyways, but I didn't know that. And that was kind of interesting. The other thing that I found very interesting was night 1 is filmed over a 12-hour span from 6 p.m. when the sun goes down till 6 a.m. when the sun comes up. And the entire time, all they do is pump you full of booze. Mm-hmm. And so think if you partied from 6 p.m. till 6 a.m. in front of 12 million people on camera, it's a rough go of things.
It'd be a hot mess at the end.
Me? No,
which
I
is
was.
what it is. Not you.
It was great.
You were,
Ann.
of course not.
So when I got kicked off, they were trying so hard to make me cry, and I was not upset because I was not interested in Ben. And they were telling me, "Oh, don't you feel like a loser? You quit your job to be on here, and you spend all this money on dresses." They were so mean to me, and I was not crying. So then they were like, "Okay, plan B. Your mascara is running. You need to get that mascara off your face." So I start like rubbing my eyes. So
Lindsay.
like they were so desperate to make me look like I was.
Do you want to
upset.
hear my story? This is very fast. There was a girl in our season. I'll make this so fast. She was adopted. She's standing in front of the camera. She gets kicked off. It's literally 6 a.m. We're like so tired. She's standing there and they're like, we reached out to your birth mother. And you can see her immediately start tearing up.
Oh my God.
What? I don't know if they did or
Right?
not. It could have been a total lie. And you see her just start to well up tears. And I'm like, watching this from across the room, like, oh, this poor girl. I don't know how far they took it, but sister started crying. And then when you watch the episode, the clip is her just bawling.
Wow.
I know, it's
Ruthless.
terrible.
So, without further ado, let's meet today's spontaneous single, Phil, the extrovert entrepreneur who loves the glitz and the glamour, but wants everyone to know that he works hard for the money,
Booyah.
And we just learned,
That's right.
ladies, he actually was supposed to go on The Bachelor. Tell us
yeah.
that, or The Bachelorette. Tell us the story.
Let's hear about it, Phil.
Yes, Phil, let's hear it.
I think it was like 12 years ago. My sister put the online submission and I got a phone call and it was a producer and I was kind of shocked. But long story short is I got through all those interviews and got down to...
Hotel room strip show.
Yeah. It was the weirdest thing.
Been there,
And it
done
wasn't
that.
even a nice hotel. It was a cheap hotel.
No,
It's like
yeah,
the Sheridan by the airport.
They're on a budget, Phil. They are on a budget.
Yeah, so I go and it's dark. There's cameras everywhere. And they're like, hey, could you take your shirt off? I'm like,
Well, I
They
could.
started mine the same
right.
way.
let's do
Take your
it.
shirt off.
So yeah, that was interesting. That didn't go through, thank God.
Did you take your shirt off?
Of course I
Of
did.
course. It's a room full of women telling you to take your shirt off, Ann. What do you want from us?
Is that what you would do?
It's exactly what I
Jesse,
would
take
do.
your shirt off.
I knew that was
Men
coming.
present, Ann.
I knew that was coming.
So tell us about yourself, Phil. Who are you? What do you do?
Okay. From Chicago originally. I moved out here in 2006. And that was kind of when the economy started taking a tank. I'm a real estate developer is one of the things I do. And I was working for a big top 5 builder back then. And I just got sick of laying my friends off. And I went in one day and told my boss, I'm done. I'm going to just resign. And he was cool about it. So I rented my house out and put a backpack on and bought a one-way ticket to New Zealand. And everyone's like, where are you going? When are you coming back? I don't know. So I just kind of roamed the world for, I was supposed to say 6 months, but me being me, at 3 months, I was worried about how I was going to retire. So I had to get back home and get to work.
And this was how long ago that you were in New Zealand?
15 years.
So you like going down under, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Then I decided to
Leave
go
it
down
to
on
Rick for that joke.
Winning.
Yeah. So I did the whole North Island, New Zealand day. I met a guy in the airport. It's August, and he has a snowboard. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm going snowboarding. I'm like, Oh, yeah, it's winter there. Okay, so we say bye. About 3 hours later, I'm downtown. I walk around the corner, walk into the same guy, and I was like, okay, this is weird. He's like, want to grab some sushi? Yep. And he's like, what are you doing? What's your plan look like? I said, I have no idea. He's like, well, I rented this camper van heading south to go skiing. You want to go? And I was like, all right. So I jump in with a dude I don't know in this camper van. And
Would you do that today?
Really good story. Yeah, I would.
You would. You'd still do
100%.
Seems
I'd
legit.
pick up a hitchhiker today. I still do.
that? Sounds like the start of a dateline.
Yeah. It didn't end that way yet, but so yeah, I did that. Traveled all over the world. I went to Germany for Oktoberfest. I went to Singapore for the Formula GP races. I mean, I was sick of corporate America, and I came back and I started my own real estate development company, and kind of the rest is history. I moved to Denver from 2009 to 2012. And I've been back here ever since. And, since then I opened Sip Coffee and Beer. I started that with a good friend of mine, Travis.
You open Sip?
Yeah.
What? I love Sip.
That's our baby.
See, now I feel like a douche because he asked me if I heard of Sip Coffee. And I was like,
Sorry.
nope, never
Yeah,
heard of
me
her, bro.
either. We don't
You are
count
not cool.
much.
Sorry.
We just got in the airport, believe it or not.
You did. I
Nice.
saw that.
I say we, it's not we anymore. I sold about a year ago, and I opened 3 new concepts downtown Chandler.
Which ones?
It's called the Tipsy Egg, which is a cocktail forward breakfast place. And then there's the Uncommon, which is an adult throwback arcade bar.
Ooh, fun.
And the third one is Recreo Cantina, which is a Mexican place.
I like that you said cocktail forward breakfast spot.
That's right.
Yeah, my cup of tea.
I'm going to start looking for those, Googling.
Hash Kitchen kind of put it on the map.
I apologize for my wife in advance, Phil.
So I saw a little birdie told me that you are in talks to have your own reality show. You're pitching a reality show to the big wigs, some big networks.
Not by choice, but it always seems to find me. They found me, contacted me and said, hey, we want to film one of your projects. And I reluctantly said yes, because my business partner in the building side of things will just do anything. He's deathly against all that stuff. He has no social media. I mean, he's a fucking unicorn, really. And I got him to do the first day, and he's like, I'm not doing this. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I brought another friend in to play him. And over the next 8 months, we filmed start to finish an episode of a house, start to finish.
You got like a stunt double to play him? Is that what
That's
you
right.
brought in?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched like on the handy shows, they have like, they show the girls that are the lead person who supposedly put the house together and they show them hammering something. And I'm like, they've
With
never
3-inch long
they've
nails.
never hammered anything.
Where is it?
in their
Oh, there
life.
it is.
They are beginners.
Okay, sorry.
No, we did that. We had 3 designers. So the show's called the Renov Angels.
Oh, fun.
That's what they came up with. So there's 3 girls and me. And yeah, I don't know how. It doesn't matter what job walk we have. It doesn't matter if it's pouring concrete in the mud. My lead designer wears high heels, stilettos everywhere.
While
God
you're filming or
bless
not
her.
when you're filming?
No,
Or just all the time?
All the time.
God bless
Yeah, I
her.
was gonna
So we
say,
had
ooh.
her do some demo work in her stilettos, and that was pretty funny. So
Sexy. I bet the guys like that.
That's amazing.
Well, shall we meet your co-pilots, Phil? Are you ready?
let's do it.
So let's start with Cannoli Carly. Come on back.
Yes.
So, hey, Phil, do you know what a cannoli is?
I sense Italian.
We have to ask you.
Sicilian, actually.
Sicilian. Okay, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
You do know what a cannoli is.
And she does not
Okay.
do meatballs and spaghetti on Saturdays.
You did.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Absolutely.
My gosh, if this is coming
Oh,
from
man.
every episode, I'm leaving.
Man, I'm telling you, bro. If you were here for the last episode, the struggle was real. I have a thing for meatballs and spaghetti on Saturdays with Italians and Sicilians.
I thought it was Sunday.
Sundays, not Saturdays.
Whatever, one of
Your
those
story's
weekend
changing.
days. And we had a little bit of an argument about if that's actually a thing or not. So
It's going to start being a poll on every episode.
yeah,
Oh my
So
gosh.
one reason we asked Carly to come back was because you had mentioned the word spontaneous like 10 times when I was getting to know Phil. Like, I need someone spontaneous. I'm spontaneous. I bought 2 tickets to a DJ this weekend in Vegas. I don't know if anyone's going with me. I bought a hotel. I bought plane tickets. I may be going alone. Who knows? And when I was getting to know Carly, she said the same thing. I'm spontaneous. I'll buy tickets to an event, not knowing if anyone's coming with me. So you guys both made the exact same comments. So here we are.
bingo.
Yay, welcome back.
Check.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, what questions do you have? Well, I'm going to start with one because I liked this one last time. What is your love language? I feel like I vaguely remember everybody had a similar one, but what is your love
Yeah.
language? And Phil, do you know what love languages are?
Oh, come on. I read the book.
Okay. good.
Bingo.
All right,
I wrote
Carly,
the book. No, I'm kidding.
Love how
us
you
what
did your
love-
homework.
I know. Tell us what your love language was. Remind me.
So, okay. Well, first of all, I feel like all the love languages are very important.
Mm-hmm.
And, one day you may need another one. Another day you might need, a different one. But overall, my love language is, why am I drawing a blank right now? Quality time.
Quality
Yeah,
time, good one.
Quality time.
Yeah, because you like to cook.
I love to cook. Yes. And I need someone to enjoy my meals with.
Yes, I remember now.
But yeah, quality time. What was the other one that I said? I don't know. I just think that they're all equally important. Like some days I need like some gifts to show that you appreciate me or like physical touch. But overall, I would say that it is quality time. And I did take the test and that was number 1.
Very cool. Phil, what's yours?
I have 2.
Okay.
Wait. Before my man here starts divulging all of his inner secrets, shouldn't we learn about all
Oh,
the
yeah.
ladies?
All right. That's fair. That's
Come
fair.
on
'cause then
now.
They could tip the scales.
You know what I'm saying?
And FYI, Jesse and I are polar opposites on these. Like whatever yours are.
Oh,
all of
really?
Them. Jesse's all of them.
all of them.
It
I'm
feels
like,
like
I'm like just about every dude. I need physical touch
Don't elaborate.
and words of affirmation.
Give me an example.
No, you're like
Yeah.
all of them though.
How am I all
Quality
of them?
time. If I don't spend time with you, are you good to go?
We'll talk about this later.
He's all of them. Okay.
So, Phil, do you have any questions for Carly?
Remember, dinner with your mother.
Or tell us more about you. Like tell us a little bit. Like we know you. So tell us more. Like, what do you do on the weekends for fun? You're spontaneous. So what do you do on the weekends for fun? Like, what does your life look like?
So for fun this weekend, I'm actually going to the Phillies and Diamondbacks game.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm rooting for the Phillies, of course. I'm from Philly. And tomorrow, what am I doing?
She's not a Steelers fan, though. Thank God.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, but they used to be one team, the Eagles and Steelers, so I can get down with that.
Just like Cleveland Browns in Baltimore, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
And also, not to give this away, but Carly used to date the mascot for the Cubs.
There was this rooftop bar incident that had happened, but that's a whole other deal.
Inside joke, the mascot part, but yeah.
All right.
Love my Chicago guys, though.
But you love sports. You love, like, you're out for adventures. You're all of those things.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Adventures, concerts. I'm planning on going to Vegas to see Adam Sandler next month. So I
fun.
like doing fun things like that.
He's
You
doing
have a
stand-up? I
passport.
didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, I have global entry. So I am ready to go.
Bingo.
Okay, now go ahead, Phil. What questions do you have?
Ladies in the back, pay attention.
Let's say plan a date.
You
What does it
want
look
me
like?
to plan a date?
Yeah. What does
Get
it
us
look
right
like?
now. We're all ears. Plan
I
a
like
date.
how you
What are we
worded
doing?
that.
Yeah,
First
what are we
date.
doing?
Where are
Take
we
me
going?
through.
Get
What day
me.
is it? What are we
Or
doing?
do you just want me to give you ideas?
No.
Get it.
Okay,
What would you
I
do?
love being wined and dined, especially, like getting to know someone. There's nothing better than sharing a meal. And also, too, like I want to be able to see if you know your wines and you know your beers, different types of food, if you know what a cannoli is, because now apparently I have to ask
Oh, don't
guys
get her
if they know what a
started on the
cannoli is.
cannoli. Do not get her started on the cannoli, dude.
But I also do like live music, just going like to different events, like going to sporting events. I think that's so much fun. Or charity events like galas. I'm going to one in a few weeks at the Wrigley Mansion. So just like being with good company, with good food, drinks, good vibes, good music.
Okay, so dinner and an event is the game plan.
That's like
what I'm
we
getting.
do.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. That's what my wife and I do pretty much all the time.
All the time. Once a year.
What?
When we actually get out.
Bro.
But I have a few questions.
Ooh, I like it.
I love
Yes.
it. Go.
I have a fun one and then more of
Remember,
a serious one.
dinner with your mother.
Get him. It's advice I gave Phil. I said, you need to ask questions like you would at a dinner with your mother.
Oh, I was like,
Well, you don't know me and my mom, so
Oh, man.
there's nothing that's going to get held back.
Love you, Mom.
Okay, go.
So, what is your favorite tattoo that you have and why? This is the fun question.
Dude's got a lot of ink.
So it's probably the eye right here,
That's
Okay.
cool. It's pretty.
because that kind of explains this whole story. And it's kind of looking down. It's me looking down at what part of my life looked like and where I was going. So
It's really cool.
everything means something. Every single tattoo means something. It tells a story on both arms. So I never thought I was going to get more than the tattoo on my back. And once it started, it didn't stop. And I did one arm, and then I'm like, you know what? I feel lopsided, so I got to do the other arm. And then it went to the hands, and next is, I'll keep that a secret.
Do you have any drunken tattoos?
Nope, none.
I have heard that tattoos are an addiction. Like if you get one, you become addicted and you want more and more and more. I don't have any, so I don't know.
Same.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Okay.
tattoos.
Okay.
Maybe we can get one together, though.
Whoa, I'll design yours if you design mine.
Oh, man.
All right, now I have a
getting warm
serious
in here.
question. So this is really important to me, especially with quality time. So you sound very busy, like very active on the go, which I find really sexy, like how like successful you are. And I think that's like really admirable. However, what is your schedule like? Like, do you have time for a significant other?
When are you going to squeeze Carly in?
Mama needs time.
Whoa. All right, well, I'm
Good
just going to
question,
rip
by
the
the way.
Band-Aid off. Here we go. That has been the number one complaint with every girl that I'm with is I work too much. So there we go. It's something I'm working on. I don't know. It's just, I don't even feel like I'm working. I love what I do. Money's a byproduct. And if you can find that in life, you've won. If you can find something, I'm excited to go to bed for the next day to come to go back, not to work. You know, it's not like I'm working in a factory screwing the same 2 screws in all day. I did that for a fucking Christmas break once, though, over college. So, but it's something new and exciting every day. I mean, I have no idea. Yesterday, I ended up in Sedona, and, you know, I bought some land up in Sedona yesterday, and I had planned a dinner with a friend of mine and had to cancel that because it went longer in Sedona. It's just, you know, there is a price to pay. You know, there's always a cost. So but I could be on the phone in Hawaii working. It's not, you know, it's not that bad. So
Quick story. This is so funny. So Jesse and I own our own businesses. We're in Hawaii last year. This happens every year. This is horrible. This is what he does. His employees will call him and tell him about a problem. They're like, hey, you know, the truck broke down. And he starts the sentence with, which if I were his employee, I would quit. He goes, I'm on a beach chair right now. I can't deal with this right now.
What do you want from me?
And they still keep working for him. I'm like, they're going to quit one of these days if you keep saying things like that.
No, it's guided discovery. You have a problem, find a solution, call me when it's solved.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, let's meet our next co-pilot. Let's meet Ash, an environmental scientist who loves to play golf and who is outspoken and direct. I like it. Hey, Ash, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well.
Tell us about yourself.
All right. Well, I am originally from Iowa, so I grew up about 2.5 hours west of Chicago. So very familiar with the Chicago
Midwest?
lifestyle. Yes, definitely Midwest values. I moved to Scottsdale in 2018 from Iowa. I got a career here as a government contractor, working for the Department of Defense. And so
DOD.
yes, the DOD, great clients. So yeah, and then I also have an 11-year-old daughter. So
How do you feel about kids, Phil?
yeah.
I have 2.
Oh,
I like it.
How old are they?
She just turned 4. That's my youngest, Zoe, and Jackson just turned 12.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, serious question. Who's your college football team?
Oh, University of Iowa, alma
enough.
mater,
Fair
all
enough.
the way.
Fair enough. All right.
Yep.
Proceed.
What do you do on your weekends, Ash? What do you do for fun?
I get this question a lot, you know, dating you. That's like, what do you like to do for fun? And like, honestly, as much as I love to have fun right now, I'm just like in hustle mode. So I'm doing a lot of things on the side. I have a couple vehicles on Turo that I host. I do brand ambassador stuff.
How do those do? I have to ask this for personal reasons. How do your cars on Turo do?
So October through April, so good.
Do you have like killer cars or they're just like a car?
I
Like a
have
normal?
2 BMW SUVs. So
Okay.
people love those.
X3,
for when-
X5,
X2.
X2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, 2 X2s. And so people love that like subcompact SUV. So it's like,
You're entrepreneurial with this. That's very smart.
yeah. And I would like to like say that I have that entrepreneurial mindset. So yeah, I'm just in hustle mode right now. But when I do have time to have fun, I'm leaving the city. I'm going somewhere else, traveling like this weekend, just picking up, going to San Diego just because I need to, you know, find that balance and take some time away from working.
So when you travel, what's your favorite type of vacation? Are you more beach, city, mountain?
Definitely beach for sure. I like to find balance, but it's one of those things where like the beach just calls me and it's like, I have to go.
Would you get in a random stranger's van at an airport in New Zealand and go on a snowboarding trip with them?
A woman stranger, yes, but I'm smart enough to
You would
know-
go with a
Yes.
woman even today?
I would, absolutely.
What if she was a ploy? You guys.
A ploy.
I wouldn't do
I'd
it.
like to think I have a good judgment of character.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that I also have that like spontaneity and want to just like, I have a lust for life. I want to experience life. And you can't necessarily do that by always being safe.
Yes, fair. What's your love language?
Kind of piggybacking off what she said, like, I think it's hard to pick just one because when I think about it, it's like, yeah, I want that, and that. But I think thinking about long-term relationship, it's acts of service for me because it's like, I have a lot going on. And if you can take something off of my plate, like that's going to go a really long way in a long-term relationship. Like, let's help each other out. And so,
Okay, hold on. Ladies, I have an actual question here. Phil, bear with me. Acts of service.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm very busy, just like Phil. I have 5 companies in 2 states.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, because I'm multitasking, I don't have the time to do the act of service, but I get the act of service done.
Yep.
Love it.
I have so many thoughts on this.
Hey, pipe down now, Ann. Come on. So how do we feel about that? For instance, house is a mess. We have 3 kids, 4 dogs, 3 horses. We are a circus, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I have housekeeping come every Thursday.
I'm all about it.
Okay. End of the day, we both had 14-hour days. We got 3 kids that come home with homework. I got 2 tutors that come to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Mama and daddy are tired. Ain't nobody got time for that, right?
Right.
So that's kind of where my head goes. And I think my boy Phil here is in a similar situation where he's got a lot on his plate. He's spread thin, but some women aren't okay with that. They want me to go get the flowers, not have my assistant order them and send them to you. That's not okay. And I get that, right? And my wife will tell you.
I like some kind of an in-between here. Like this is starting,
It doesn't have to be all the
starting to
time,
sound like
right?
you've never
You can
ever
have a
bought me
mix of it.
flowers.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to get a feed for my boy Phil over here, right?
Right.
Does it make sense?
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I think about like acts of service, I'm big on initiative, like taking that initiative, that thoughtfulness. So whatever you need to do to get that done, I'm all about it. I'm all about outsourcing. Like, let's be efficient. Let's, solve problems together. If that takes you, interviewing some housekeepers or you interviewing a nanny, like take that off of my plate. And, I'm all about it.
Sweet. I like it.
Teamwork.
So you seem like you know exactly what you want. What are your deal breakers?
Ooh, deal breakers. So
Here, I'll take notes for you, Phil.
right. Yeah. I think for me, as far as, if someone has kids like Phil does, having, I've been in a relationship where my partner did not have a good relationship with their mother. And that was a deal breaker for me that I never knew about because he was the first man I dated with kids. You have to have a good relationship.
I've said this many, many times, but I'm going to say it again. If you really want to get to know the person that you're with, find out how they treat their mother, find out how they treat their father, find out how they treat their kids, because that's exactly how they're going to treat you. If they're a shitbag to mom, they're going to be a shitbag to you.
There's also got to be some kind of in between there. Talking to your mom too much is also a problem.
Yeah.
Not pointing any fingers.
Yeah.
So did you have any questions, Ash, for Phil? Phil, do you have any questions for Ash?
Yeah.
Speak up.
Let's
chat.
Let's get fun. Tell me your best story that involves drinking or things of that nature. You've got to have a good story.
So like everyone a fun story.
Everyone has a good story.
Oh my gosh.
The one time at band camp. No, I'm kidding.
One time.
Well, tell us yours. Tell us yours, Phil.
No, we can't reverse this. Good try though.
That's kind of hard to think off the top of your...
That is
all right.
so
We'll come
hard.
back to you. We'll come back to you.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely had quite a few drunken nights that were, memorable, but
you probably have to be careful because of your job, right?
I was just about to say, I shoot guns with a lot of DOD guys out of Cowtown, and those dudes know how to party. So I'm assuming
she's going to have you sign a document after this, and then she'll tell you the stories.
This young lady goes in the same way here.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say that's one of the things about my job is like I have to be very careful on social media and, speaking about my job, we're under contract and litigation and things like that. But I do have a lot of fun. I just am private about it. So
winning.
Fair enough.
Before we move on, did you have any questions for Phil here?
I already asked about the kids. We're not asking what his love language is yet, right?
Not yet. We tell later. We want everybody to spill the beans before Phil spills the beans.
Okay. So the question that I think that so many singles get when they're dating is, why are you single?
Good question.
Great question. First of all, I hate dating. That's a good reason I'm single. It's just, especially in this day and age, at my age too, there's just so many things that come up and people, their social media looks one way or the pictures look some way. and that's the life they want. That's not necessarily the life they have.
The highlight reel.
It's fake book. It's not Facebook. It's
Fake book. That's funny.
It's just what you want people to see. You're not putting your bad days up there. The things that or most people don't. 9 out of 10 don't. It's just like the whole American way. Someone asks you how you doing. What do you say? Oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Half the time you're not good, but you're not going to tell them.
Yeah.
That's just. That's the hard part about dating. Like me, everything's open book, on the table, hearts on my sleeve, my feelings, everything. Like I'll give everything until something happens. And if something happens, meaning cheating or something like that, I'm done. Like I can't, there's no second chances. I tried that before. It doesn't work. Like I just shut down. We're done. So
does it have to be something big like cheating, or have you noticed that sometimes
even like the little white lies?
My credit score dropped 90 points.
Yeah.
Okay, that was on Love is Blind, though.
There's a reason I mentioned it.
That was
Ann.
so crazy.
Yeah, that was
because they didn't tell you what it was on Love is Blind either. You're like kind of reading into it. She's like, I'm just so ashamed of you. Yeah. And then I'm like, what happened? And then later I'm like,
Poor guy
I had
just
a bad
sucks at
credit
math.
score.
right?
The funny thing about that was she was acting like it was such a big deal, and then you find out it was like $1,500. I'm like, are you kidding
From
me?
college?
Yes.
I was
No,
like,
I thought it was a
she's
bad
cherry-picking
credit
at this
score.
point.
Dude only put
I think
33
it
cent
was.
stamp on instead of 37 cents, and the payment got sent back, and his credit
you
score
guys have
dropped,
seen
and
her
she's
being
like,
roasted,
I can't marry
right?
you.
Have you guys seen her being
Yes.
roasted on TikTok?
I just
for her
finished it
makeup.
last night.
For her
Oh,
makeup.
God,
It's so bad. Because I remember looking at it and thinking, I wonder if they had her do like deeper contour
I opened up
lines.
Pandora's
but then
box,
there's
though, I'm
it's
sorry.
TikTok, all
Here we
these
go.
women with like bright orange. But Sister showed up to the finale to look good. Have you seen the photos? I haven't watched it yet. The photo of her, she looks
She does like
so
86,000 butt pumps a day in that room for her
face
job. What do you
looks so
expect?
Good. She's wearing like barely nothing, and then she looks so good. Okay, we digress.
Okay, well, we need to move on. Thank you so much,
Yes,
Ash. Thank you. Now, come on, Jenna, the writer of the blog BigBootyFoodie.com, who loves working with the local community. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about BigBootyFoodie.com. I want to hear about that.
Yeah, so it's my little local blog, social media. I do a lot of stuff with local businesses to kind of support them. I really just do it as a side hustle. Full time, I work as a product manager and do financial technology. So really fun. It started back in 2016. I was posting stuff from the French Laundry because I got to go with some girlfriends for a bachelorette.
Is the French Laundry like the rooftop bar? Should I even ask?
Gosh.
It's a really, really yummy place in Napa.
Oh, okay.
And we did a 12-course meal.
My head went somewhere else. I'm sorry.
12 girls, 12-course meal. And there was no drama. It was amazing.
That's impressive.
We've also eaten there, Jesse. I'm
course
so glad
we
it
have.
meant so much to you.
Of course we have.
But I posted it on my personal Instagram and no one cared for it. So I created a foodieogram and I was like, okay, perfect. This is what I'm going to do. And it's just taken off from there. I kind of created TikTok now. I have a website. Instagram's my biggest piece. It has most of my demographic here in Arizona. So this weekend, I'm going to Italian festival. I am Italian as well.
Oh, my goodness.
Do you have meatballs
from
and
Kenosha,
spaghetti on
so
Sundays?
I'm from Kenosha, just right around the corner from Chicago. But I've been out here since 2014, and I really like it.
And what do you do on your day off?
A lot of foodie events. Super fun. Last week, I got to meet Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Okay, where was he? I saw all that.
Simmer down, Ann. Simmer down.
And there's a guy from
Say
Scottsdale that's a
Wahlberg,
good
my
friend
wife
of his
jumps.
that's a golfer that I've seen before numerous times, right? That's why
he was
went
there with him. He won some cup or something. I don't know. Something golfy.
So I met him at the golf event here in Scottsdale, and he's short, right?
Yeah, I think he's
I was hovering over him.
Mark, if you're listening, my wife does not discriminate.
So, yeah. Yeah. So, and then Jason Momoa is going to be here next week.
Ooh la la.
Ladies, take it easy. Everybody.
I'm actually
Can we get the
going to
air
find
turned
out
down
what
in
that
here a
is.
little bit? It's getting hot in here. Good God.
So just fun events like that. Yeah, I like to go out and I work out a lot. I run another social media called Earn Your Booze. So I kind of.
Oh, I know him.
You know Justin.
I know Justin.
He's my bestie. Yeah.
Tell Justin Jesse says hello.
I will.
How do you know these people?
Well, Justin was really close friends at one point with one of the dudes from The Bachelor. And so we all used to, Chase McNary. And then Justin is friends with a friend of mine named Eli Crane, who's now a congressman in Arizona.
Yep.
And I believe Justin was in the Navy.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. So we're all gun guys. We're all kind of in the same circles. Good dude. Love what he represents. And wish I had some pipes like that guy. Good Lord.
Yeah, no, I love running in social media. I'm like really good friends with his wife. I'm over there all the time. I like did Thanksgiving with them last year, and yeah.
So you're a little social butterfly.
I am. I like going out and doing things. I don't always need someone around if they're busy, but I also love traveling. Spontaneously, I like to just go and do things. I'm going to Miami for the Food and Wine Festival out in like February. So just fun things like that.
Bro, I
I'm
hope
always
you
down
like
to go.
food.
Yeah,
Right.
I hope you like to eat.
So what are your deal breakers, Jenna?
Deal breakers, inconsistency. I think that if you should be like reaching out to someone at least once a day. I call it a no call, no show. If I don't hear from you.
And does that sound familiar?
It does, but okay, let me ask you this. Do you, like, let's say, because this has been, I was at lunch with my niece yesterday. She's in the dating world here in Scottsdale, so I ask her all kinds of questions. And I was saying, okay, well, what if somebody was on a vacation and they just didn't text you for a few days because they're just out with their guys and whatever? And she said, it's super easy for them to text. Like, if they're interested,
That's my
they can
niece
just
right
shoot a
there.
text. How do you feel? Like, what if they didn't text you for 5 days and they're on a vacation? Do you think that's okay? Or are you like,
It depends
have
on
your guys
where we're
time?
at in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I think checking in is not hard. I'm not saying I need
Agreed.
to text you all day.
Agreed.
I don't want
If
that.
that's your person, there should be a text.
Okay, but if it's early on in the dating.
Early on. Yeah, no. I don't.
No,
You
just
told-
once a day. Hey, hope your day's great. Just shit, shower, shaved. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
That was my pet peeve.
Super
about
simple.
dating, when people would say, oh, I was busy, I couldn't text you, because that's BS. Because there's always a time where you're on the toilet or you're waiting for this, waiting for that, in the line to get coffee, in the line at the grocery. There's always time to text, and it takes how many seconds? Like, I'm sorry, that is an excuse.
100%. Once a day.
I do also
Necessity.
think it's good to find out if your person is like a caller, a texter. Like, people don't think that's a big deal. Ugh. Jesse is
Simmer down, Ann.
Jesse is a caller. Like, caller at
And what
6, 8,
do I
10,
do?
12.
I get up every day at 4 a.m. and I'm in a truck 14 hours a day.
Yes,
I
it's
can't
not a
exactly
negative.
text. I have to call. So that's why.
It's not a negative. I'm not a phone person though, so every time he calls, I'm like,
What?
yeah, hey.
Jesus.
I kind of like that.
busy.
I kind of like that though, because you call me often with questions rather than sit there and text.
Yeah.
He just picks up the phone and calls, and it's kind of easy. It's quick. Yeah.
Boom. 30 seconds.
Don't have to think about it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just had a 30-minute text conversation via phone in 30 seconds.
And then
It's
there's
about
Lindsay.
efficiency.
Lindsay and I text each other, and it's like pages long.
I do. I text novels.
Yeah,
Voice
no
notes
thanks.
are also key.
Yep.
Yes.
For sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Phil, can I ask you a question?
You can ask me too.
Okay, perfect.
I like this guy.
If your life was a book, what would the title of this chapter be?
Wow. That's great.
Three girls, one Phil.
No.
It would be. Oh, fuck.
You stumped him.
You did. Next question. I'll come back to it though.
About under
Sidebar.
construction for your new show? Huh? No. Okay. All right.
You're like,
TBD, to be determined.
Let me think about that. It would be probably called Change.
Fair enough.
yep.
I mean, it's
a title.
Yeah, Change.
It's a title.
What would yours be?
Mine would probably be just out here. That's what it would just
I
be.
like it.
I'm out here.
like it.
Yeah.
Any more questions before we move on to the wing ceremony?
Oh boy. I have to say, this is the oddest thing I've ever done.
That's exactly what we were hoping for, Phil.
Nailed
It's
it.
exact-
I'm moving too much. I might look weird here. I can't see anything. I'm going to fall out of my
Look
chair.
great.
Because
Look great.
all the ladies have been asking, what are your love languages? Now you can spill the tea.
All right. Not in a particular order, but physical touch and words of affirmation.
Every man, I'm
Yeah, I want to meet a man
you.
that's love language is not physical touch.
100%.
They don't exist, Ann. They're called women.
I will say you have a hard decision to make, because it seems like all three of these girls would be a good match for you. They're spontaneous, they're fun, they're adventurous, they like to travel, they're all entrepreneurial.
Phil, let me remind you, there are no ducks in the room.
Here are the wings. Let's give him the wings. Who are you going to...
What are you saying?
Offer your wings
ask
to-
more questions here.
Well,
How
you
much
better,
more time
you
do we
better
have?
get to business. We have
3 minutes.
3
Let's
minutes.
see,
We're on our
3
date,
minutes
that's
and
fine.
53 seconds.
Okay.
So here's your wings. Hold on to those while you marinate.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is the real deal, bro.
Do I have to pin this on without?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
You're going to unmask before we pin them on.
So basically what's about to happen is Phil is going to pick from our 3 ladies and hand them wings as the wing ceremony.
And because you're probably listening and not watching on YouTube, Phil is blindfolded.
Yes.
He has no clue what any of our 3 ladies look like. So just imagine being told that you're talking to the big booty foodie and you're blindfolded. For the love of God, help me.
Okay, here we go.
So the first girl that you spoke to was Carly. The
Yep.
second girl was Ash. The third girl is Jenna. And I think we just refer to Jenna as the big booty foodie. That's just got a really nice ring to it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I agree.
And there's nothing big at all going on in here. I'm just saying. There's no ducks in the room, bro. I'm telling you.
I like this guy.
No pressure.
No pressure. All right, I got questions. Here we go. We'll start to my left and go down the row.
Okay.
All right, Jenna.
Okay.
This is for you.
Jenna. Let's see.
That's big booty foodie.
Oh, okay.
See?
See, that's what I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Kids or no kids?
Oh, I want kids. 100%. I don't have any, but I want them.
How many?
One of each at least.
At least. Whoa. She knows what she wants. I like that.
That's
okay.
fair.
Next. How many kids?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ash, come up and
Ash,
sit
how
at the
many?
mic.
Oh, you
They're
said you have
changing
a
hot
4-year-old,
seats.
right?
Okay.
Yes,
What's that?
Ash has
I
a child.
have one daughter already.
Which is how old again?
She's 11.
Awesome. Okay.
Ash works for the DOD, to refresh your
Ah,
memory.
yeah.
DOD. Yeah. So I think ideally,
More kids or no kids?
I think if say you already have 2, I have 1, 3, maybe 1 more.
Sounds like
Brady
a
Bunch.
suburban
That's
life.
quite a few.
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, third one now.
Okay,
Same question.
Carly, come on up.
Carly loves to cook.
Oh yeah.
And
Meatballs on Saturday.
cannolis, but
right.
I do not have any kids right now, but I would definitely like to have at least one. If it's a baby girl, I need my baby girl. But if it's a boy, then I would like to try again, for a girl, but if it's 2 boys, that's fine. And I am open, of course, to the idea of being a stepmom potentially one day, especially at, we're not in our 20s anymore. So
Fair enough.
Great. All right.
Okay.
That help with your decision making?
You got 1 minute.
1 minute. 1 minute wonder. Let's do
No pressure.
no pressure.
We're putting big booty foodie back in the seat.
Oh boy.
Get her.
Who are you going to take off with? Who's going to be your co-pilot, Phil?
You think I can answer that yet? I'm going to drag this out to the last 2 seconds.
Well, you're getting close.
I know. I am going to.
We're going to start playing the Jeopardy
What would mom?
music.
What would
Yeah, play
mom
the
want to know?
Jeopardy game right
what
now.
would mom want to know if we were at Spaghetti and Meatballs on Sunday with mom, or with mom at a rooftop bar? What questions would mom ask? I'm just saying.
What are your plans for my son?
That's pretty good. I got a feeling food's in your future, my friend.
Yeah.
Lots of food.
Lots of food. All right. I am going to. You gonna help me here? I thought you were gonna nudge me.
Bro, I
didn't feel no nudge.
I know.
These are all good.
could.
I feel like these ladies are all
They're-
good
they're-
choices.
No, everyone was awesome. Great
So you
answers.
have Carly. Carly was the first one. We talked about cannolis. We have Ash. Ash is the environmental scientist who has an 11-year-old. There's Jenna, the big booty foodie.
You really can't go wrong. All these 3 women are
They're-
amazing.
dude,
That's why they're on the show.
They're all very good picks, and I'm
Oh
gonna tell you
hell!
right-
There it is.
I'm gonna
We're
tell
done.
you right now,
and we're done. We have to extend till next time.
Right, I'm gonna tell you right now that there's not a bad choice in the room, but it just
This
dude, it-
means we pick great matches as he's having
That's
such
it.
a tough time. He can't choose.
That's
Yes.
it.
But who do you see?
Well, I'm
fitting
just
in
going to
your
say
life?
this. This is how I'm going to decide. It's really not about the love language. It's really not about what you do for work. It's kind of more for me. It's your personality. Can I bring you around a group of people and I'm going to be bouncing around like crazy, talking to people? Can you hold your own? Can you make friends? Are you spontaneous enough? One time
You don't need me to hold your hand.
came home from work and I told my significant other at the time that we had to fly up to this piece of land in Wickenburg, and 20 minutes later we're in a helicopter flying up there and to check it out, and just things like that's what I'm going after. So without further ado, the way I picked this was I totally went against everything that I thought I was going to go for. So I own 3 restaurants. I got to go with the big booty.
Big Booty
Wow.
Footy, congratulations.
I love this. Okay, you can demask now.
Wait. Do you accept his wings?
I
do.
do.
You want to take off with him?
Love
She
this. Okay, you
accepts
can
his
demask,
wings.
brother.
Woo,
Demask. And go meet.
Moment of truth.
Go meet
Remind
your
people
big
he
booty
needs a
foodie.
minute to also adjust to the light.
Yeah,
Last time
it
I
is
was
bright.
like,
It's
He's taken
bright.
off his mask. What do you think?
Yeah, it's bright. This is going to be
How
great. Okay,
beautiful are they?
go say hello to all 3
I can't
ladies.
see still.
Yeah, so Carly's in the red, Ash is in the stripes, and Big Booty Foodie is in the hot seat.
Congratulations, Phil and Jenna. Tune in next week to meet our next single who's looking to land a co-pilot. And if you want to be featured on the show or are interested in any of these contestants on the show, visit flying-solo-az.com and follow us on the socials, Flying Solo AZ.
Bingo.
Thank you for flying with us. We are clear to land.